Somewhere out there, nestled in history and folklore, lie tales of entire communities vanishing without a trace. These are not just abandoned places, they're enigmas, where people, their belongings, and even their stories are swallowed by time. Today, we'll delve into 3 haunting cases that still baffle historians and investigators alike. Are they the work of natural disasters, human intervention, or something much more sinister? Let's begin our journey into the unexplained with our first stop, the lost colony of Roanoke. Imagine this, over 100 settlers from England establish a colony in the New World, brimming with hope and ambition. But when a ship returns 3 years later, they find only silence. The settlers are gone. Their homes left in ruins. And the only clue, a single word carved into a tree, Croton. What happened here? Roanoke Colony was meant to be a beacon of England's dominance in the Americas. But instead, it became one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. No bodies. No signs of struggle. Just nothing. How does an entire colony vanish? Some believe the settlers integrated with local tribes, adapting to their customs and leaving their English roots behind. Others whisper of violent massacres or starvation. But the truth? It remains elusive. The word Croton wasn't just a clue, it became a symbol of fear. A curse, if you will. Over the centuries, this single word has been linked to other disappearances, fueling theories of supernatural involvement. Could Roanoke settlers have been taken by something otherworldly? Stories of shadowy figures in the woods and cursed land suggest that perhaps they didn't leave voluntarily. An unearthed journal found decades later hinted at strange encounters, shadows moving in the night and sounds that chilled the settlers to their core. Were they warning signs? Or desperate ramblings of a colony on the brink of collapse? Visitors to the Roanoke site have reported an overwhelming sense of being watched. Locals whisper of the woods themselves coming alive, absorbing the settlers into its depths. Could this land hold secrets beyond our understanding? This single word has been linked to disappearances far beyond Roanoke, an unsolved enigma that spans centuries. Is it a clue? A warning? Or a curse binding those who encounter it? Some speculate celestial alignments could have played a role. Were the settlers victims of cosmic phenomena? Or could they have used the stars to escape to an unknown fate? Excavations have revealed fragments of the settlers' lives, but nothing explains their fate. Was it starvation? Disease? Or did they deliberately erase their traces? Leaving us to wonder forever, ghost hunters claim to hear disembodied voices, feel cold spots, and even see flickering lights in the woods. Are these restless spirits of the lost colonists, or something darker lingering in this cursed place? Some believe the colony exists in a time loop, a parallel dimension where the settlers relive their final days endlessly, invisible to us yet closer than we imagine. Could the settlers have joined the Croton tribe, as some suggest? Shared stories and artifacts hint at a blending of cultures, but no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced. Mass disappearances are not unheard of, and some experts suggest the settlers fled, scattering to distant lands. But why leave so abruptly, and why leave no trace? Even with modern technology, the mystery of Roanoke remains unsolved. Every new clue raises more questions, leaving us to wonder, were they taken? Or did they willingly vanish into the unknown? Croton Island remains a focal point. Some locals claim to have seen ghostly figures wandering its shores, as if still searching for something, or someone. Interestingly, linguists have noted traces of European influence in local dialects, fueling the theory that the settlers integrated into tribal societies. But what pushed them to this choice? Could the settlers have stumbled upon something extraordinary? Time travel theories might sound far-fetched, but the lack of remains and evidence leaves room for wild speculation. Some believe the government knows more than they admit, hiding critical details about what really happened at Roanoke. But why? And what are they afraid of? In the end, Roanoke's mystery is more than just a story, it's a reflection of our endless curiosity. Maybe it's not about finding answers, but about embracing the unknown and letting our imaginations fill the void. The second village we explore is Hoia Baciu, nestled near the infamous haunted forest of Romania. Known as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, it is surrounded by whispers of eerie vanishings and ghostly phenomena. In this chilling segment, we uncover its dark past, strange encounters, and unsolved mysteries. As you step closer to Hoia Baciu, a strange chill sets in. The villagers spoke of this hamlet with reverence and fear, warning travelers never to enter after sundown. Hoia Baciu village now stands deserted. Decay has claimed the structures, but inside, remnants of life, dolls, books, and tools, are left untouched. As though its people vanished in an instant, visitors often report glowing orbs of light floating near the forest. These phenomena are said to predate modern electricity, described in village tales for generations. The first signs of trouble were the animals. Entire herds would vanish overnight, leaving no trace, no predators, no struggle, just silence, the village bell once tolled to warn of danger. Now it sways eerily, emitting no sound. Locals say it rang one final time on the night the villagers disappeared. In the heart of the forest lies an infamous anomaly, a perfect clearing where nothing grows. Researchers and locals alike have no explanation, and animals avoid it entirely. Visitors to Hoia Baciu claim to hear disembodied laughter of children, often leading them deeper into the woods. But no children have lived here in decades. Deep within a hidden cave, villagers discovered ancient paintings. Some say the figures resemble beings not of this world. Were these mere superstitions, or warnings? A bridge leading to the village is said to vanish at certain times. Travelers recall stepping onto solid wood, only to find themselves wading through water moments later, the night the villagers disappeared. Neighboring towns reported hearing screams and seeing an orange glow. By morning, the village was empty, as if it never existed. On the outskirts of the forest lies a stone with ancient carvings. Locals believe it holds the key to the village's fate, but no one has been able to decipher it. Modern paranormal teams flock to Hoia Baciu, but many leave in fear. Their devices malfunction, and some report missing time, hours unaccounted for. One team captured distorted voices during their investigation. Experts could not identify the source, only that they seemed to call for help. Some survivors who returned to the neighboring towns fell ill with an unexplainable sickness, claiming the fog of Hoia Baciu had cursed them. Visitors report strange time distortions, hours passing like seconds, or days disappearing from memory entirely. Could the village exist in a place where time itself is broken? Shadows without a source have been spotted near the clearing. Some believe these are the spirits of the vanished villagers, watching over their home. In a bizarre twist, a man matching the description of a vanished villager appeared decades later in a nearby town. He claimed no knowledge of his disappearance, or even of the year. The church in Hoia Baciu seems untouched by time, but its spire leans dramatically. Some claim the building itself was warped by supernatural energy. A map found in the possession of a vanished villager links Hoia Baciu to other mysterious disappearances across Europe. Could these events be connected? Hoia Baciu leaves us with more questions than answers. What happened to its people? Were they taken, or did they willingly disappear into the unknown? Welcome to Black Hollow, a quiet hamlet with a dark legacy. Once home to a small, thriving community, the village now lies eerily silent. Today, we unravel the chilling mystery of its complete disappearance. When authorities first arrived, they found homes abandoned mid-meal, tools left in the fields, and no sign of the villagers. It was as if the entire population had vanished in an instant. The only clue was a series of strange symbols carved into the church walls. Some believed them to be ancient warnings, others thought they were a call for something darker. Villagers reported hearing whispers from the forest at night, sounds that seemed to come closer with each passing day. Was it just the wind, or something far more sinister? One chilling discovery was a feast left untouched in the village square, as though the villagers had gathered for a final meal. But never left. The church bell, a centerpiece of the community, was gone. Witnesses claimed they heard it ringing in the dead of night after the village was deserted. Even animals avoided Black Hollow. Dogs would howl at the edges of the village, their ears flat, refusing to step foot inside. A journal found in one of the homes detailed the growing fear among the villagers. Its last entry read, "They are coming. We cannot hide." Explorers who dared to visit Black Hollow spoke of ghostly figures wandering the outskirts of the village, their faces obscured but their presence undeniable. The surrounding forest held its own mysteries. Trails led to nowhere, and some explorers claimed they walked for hours only to end up back where they started. Investigators found footprints leading out of the village, but they stopped abruptly, as if the person had simply disappeared. Legend spoke of a curse tied to the land, a debt owed to something ancient and unspeakable. Was Black Hollow's fate sealed long before the villagers ever settled there? Many reported seeing unearthly lights hovering over the village in the weeks before its disappearance. Was it a natural phenomenon, or something otherworldly? A lone survivor claimed they left the village just days before the incident. They spoke of a growing dread that consumed the villagers, driving some to madness. Visitors described a whistling wind that seemed almost alive, carrying with it faint voices calling from the past. Trails leading out of Black Hollow were known to vanish under mysterious circumstances, leaving travelers stranded. Hidden deep in the woods was a forgotten cemetery. Freshly dug graves suggested that some villagers tried to bury their secrets. But what were they? Some explorers swore they saw a shadowy creature lurking in the trees, its glowing eyes following their every move. Theories emerged about a rift in reality. Was Black Hollow consumed by a portal, its people trapped in another dimension? Today, Black Hollow is sealed off, a chilling reminder of the unknown. But some say, if you stand at its edge, you can still hear the whispers of those who vanished. As we leave behind the chilling tales of Black Hollow, Ravenwood, and Ashbourne, one question lingers: what connects these vanishings? Was it a shared curse, a force beyond comprehension, or perhaps the result of human fear and superstition? While these villages have faded into obscurity, their stories remain as haunting reminders of the unknown.